the best man, I want to take it upon myself to try to explain to my side of the family how my brother is as out there as he is, right? And to try and warn Adrian's side of the family, it's not too late, okay? Adrian, I'm sorry, it's too late for you, but you guys can still get out, okay? So I'd like to start from the beginning, I guess, considering I guess it is his birthday, right? 32, okay, maybe you don't have to go back that far, but ever since I can remember, this kid was following me around. I mean, every time I look behind me, he'd be right there in my footsteps, getting into everything that I was trying to do, you know? At some point, I had to go to my mom and I said, Mom, listen, this guy is in everything. There's nothing I can do. He's really cramping my style, you know what I mean? So my mom politely explained, she says, you know, Fred, he respects you, he looks up to you, he wants to be just like you. Now, I guess most kids that age would have been flattered or something like that, but I just wanted to test your resolve. So, I tried to bury you. Yeah. I tried to drown you. I guess it was after I broke his leg and he was still following me around. I mean, a little bit of a limp there. Like, I knew I had to do something drastic, so I called up the big guns. Called up my cousin Tommy, who always seemed to be, what, 6'3", 250. I said, Tom, you gotta come over, let's play some hockey, and oh, by the way, I have a goalie, okay? So Tommy comes over. After about, I don't know, 2 hours of slap shots, my mother comes outside and she goes, hey guys, isn't he supposed to be wearing pads? Me and my cousin, we kind of looked at each other, we shrugged our shoulders and kept firing away, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, is this starting to explain anything yet? Yeah? Okay. Well, here's where my warning comes in, okay? One day, when you've been around Jason for way too long, one of these nutty ideas that I've knocked loose will come rolling out of his mouth, and you'll start to think to yourself, that might just be crazy enough to work. Okay, it's at that point I want you to stop whatever it is you're doing. Turn around and run, and don't stop until Saturday returns, because I gotta tell you, I found myself saying that once. Yada, 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 I'm a bartender in Vegas, okay? That's right, Mom and Dad. That was his idea. And this was one time that Big Brother followed in Little Brother's footsteps. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of worked out. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't all roses out there. If you look real close at the desert sand out in Vegas, you'll find two sets of footprints, but it's rare that you'll see them together. Because that's been the thing with me and my brother. We're always there for each other. Whenever something happens, we've always been there for each other. Walking right in each other's footsteps, ready to catch the other one if something happens. Ready to do whatever it takes for each other, no questions asked. In a world where I don't know devotion, you are its definition. In a time where I don't know loyalty, you are its definition. In a life where I don't know truth, you are truly its definition. So here's your big brother, looking up to you, little brother, when I say, you're the best friend I'll ever have, and I love you for it. Enough about me and you, right? Because this day is about you two. And I feel like I'm kind of in a unique position to kind of explain to you guys how this relationship actually got stronger over distance. Because I gotta be honest with you, when we moved out to Vegas, I did not see this coming. Okay? But as Adrian came out to visit, and I got to know her, and I got to know them as a couple, I saw something that looked really familiar. When Adrian would come out to visit, all of a sudden Jason would be in the kitchen cooking with something other than the George Foreman grill. When Adrian would come out to visit, all of a sudden I would see him getting dressed up and going out places. When Adrian would come out to visit, all of a sudden I saw Jason walking in Adrian's footsteps. And I knew things would be different. Now, if you guys can bear with me for a second, but yeah. Throughout the process of planning this wedding, the polar bear has emerged as a common theme. In fact, I think they were there at the proposal, am I right? Yeah. Okay. So, I'm over the house one night, and Adrian is going through a wedding book with polar bears on the cover, right? And a documentary comes on TV about polar bears, and I learned something. So apparently, the way a boy polar bear finds a girl polar bear is first by scent, and that happens from like miles away. So he'll find her scent and he'll follow her scent until eventually he'll come to her footprints. Now, to conserve energy, he'll actually walk in her footprints until he finds the girl polar bear. And I guess that's when it occurred to me how naturally these two go together. And at this day, and every day after this day was absolutely meant to be. Now, unfortunately, Jason, if memory serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure you spent the next 2 months protecting Adrian from rival male polar bears. But you have his swords now, so it's all good. You're all set, okay? But it's on that note I'd like to raise a glass. My personal toast to Jason. It has been an honor to share this road of life with a soul such as yours. And now with you as well, Adrian. Take it from us. As long as you look behind you and you see Jason in your footsteps, you will always be, first of all, entertained, but also supported and loved. To the lovely couple, make it so.